right, are we live? I think so. All right, finally, welcome. We're live tonight. About an hour later than I planned. Had some technical difficulties. Now, I was just gonna, I put up a video, said I was going to, in fact, let me get rid of that video. I had a video because I didn't think I was going to come on tonight because I couldn't get a signal. So let me just take that off because we don't need that on there. It was just a little message that says I wasn't going to come on tonight, but anyway, we got the internet working, so and it was just actually just was something got unplugged. So I finally traced down what the problem was, and anyway, so it wasn't anything wrong with the company, it was on my end. So anyway, it is what it is. So I'm going to take that last video off where I canceled tonight. And I, like I said, if I came back on within a half an hour, yeah, I'll still come on. I put up a lot of tabs, and it took me a while to get ready tonight, so I just kind of bummed out it wasn't going to come on. So anyway, I still have all the tabs up, and I thought, you know what, I'm going to still come on because I know it's late, but actually on the West Coast it's only 8:42, and somewhere in between is 9:42, which might not be that late. Then again, on the East Coast time, you have what would it be there? 11:40 or 12:40? What time is it in New York? Probably, are they an hour ahead of us? Maybe. Anyway, so I just put that one on private, so we don't need that one. So, yep, welcome to the late night postponed stream. All right. So I'm going to go through this anyway, even though there may be less people or no people. I'm still going to go through it because probably most of the people watching the replay anyway due to how late I am. By the way, this is about the time of year I like to move the stream up about an hour earlier. So soon I will be moving the stream up. Instead of 9:30, it will be 8:30 Central. So I'm going to be moving it up an hour earlier soon. It's getting dark now. Sunset is, I think the sunset is 7 or before 7 now. Yeah, anyway. Yeah, so East Coast, it is 11:42, so they're an hour ahead. So yeah, it is a little bit late. Yeah, 7:24. Sunset is now 7:24, and that is actually 2 hours shorter daylight than it was in June 21st, at the end of June. It's a lot of daylight lost already. So anyway, since it's getting darker earlier, I'm going to be switching the streams. One of these days, I'll give everybody plenty of heads up for that, but it would probably be soon. Anyway, so welcome. I hope you all had a wonderful September 14, 2023, 10:44 p.m. now. Yeah, it was a beautiful day, and it was raining real lightly earlier, but this evening, but all day it was so beautiful. I think it was in the 70s. Couldn't have been more perfect. It was just a beautiful day. As opposed to the other day when I woke up and there's ice on my door, all over my door. It had rained and it got down to freezing and it all froze into a sheet of ice, which is very bizarre for the beginning of September, earlier in September. Anyway, so that is the plan for tonight. I'm going to go over this. I'm Hi Dee, how you doing tonight? I had some technical difficulties, so I'm getting on kind of late. It was a beautiful day there too. Awesome. Yep, a kind of day where you don't even want to go inside. You know what I mean? We got some ugly winter coming, so I don't even want to come in when it's that nice out. I want to enjoy every second of it. Anyway, how are you doing tonight, Dee? I know it's late for you. Um, yeah, I had some technical difficulty. I couldn't hook up to the internet, and I found out traced the problem after about a half an hour. I figured out that something got unplugged, and I didn't know it because the my internet box didn't say there was nothing wrong. It said I had a good signal and everything. Anyway, you got your hair cut? Oh yeah, short or what'd you do? You know, I've never gone to get my hair cut in my life ever. I've never been anywhere to get my hair cut. Um, yeah. Someday I want to do that. But you know, the reason why I don't I have trust issues. I don't like people with the scissors near my hair because I had somebody cut it really short one time. My mom did, and never again. Nobody's coming near me with the scissors. Yeah, my mom cut my hair short, and I think I was in 5th or 6th grade. I'm pretty sure it was 6th grade, and and we just went back to school. And my hair used to be like long where you could sit on it. I mean, always all the way down to my butt. Always, my hair was always long. Anyway, my mom cut it really short one time, and over the summer, and I was so embarrassed to go back to school. And then, like right at the beginning of school, I remember very clearly, I know it was 6th grade. But in 6th grade, we went to a field trip. We went on a field trip. 3 classes, all the 6th grade classes, went on a field trip to it's in Minneapolis. It's called the Planetarium. And when you go in there, it's kind of like a theater where you sit in these seats and you kind of sit back, but you could see the whole. It's all the stars and all the constellations. So you go and then they turn the lights off and you can see stars everywhere. And they, whatever. But anyway, then at the end they turn the lights on and they have people you can ask questions. Anyway, when they turn the lights on, and I was with my class and 2 other 6th grade classes, so everybody. And anyway, they asked if anybody had questions. I raised my hand. Oh, Grace, you've heard this story, I'm sure. This is why I've never let anybody cut my hair since 6th grade. Anyway, I raised my hand to ask. They asked if anybody has questions. I had a question, so I raised my hand, and the guy with the microphone up on the stage points to me and says, "Yes, that little boy has a question there. What would you?" He called me a little boy, and I was so humiliated. And yeah, so yep, nobody ever touched my hair again with the scissors. F that. F that. But you know what? I got really good at cutting hair, mine and everybody else's. So I have been the designated hairstylist and ever since. I had cut my husband's hair and my children's hair, and none of us went to a barber or anything in our life. So anyway, you trimmed about a ½ inch. Oh, that's not too much. It feels good though, huh? I like cutting my hair after I cut my hair. Mine grows and goes in my eyes all the time. Hey Grace, how you doing? You are here. Hi Dee. Yes, I had internet problems. Guess what it was? Something got unplugged, and I didn't know. All of it didn't make sense because anyway, my box said that I had a perfectly good signal, but I had my phone and my laptop said no go. So I was very confused. But here, there's something that was in the middle. It was unplugged, so didn't know. Anyway, fixed and back. The only time I won't go to get my hair cut is The only time I won't go to get my haircut is near Mother's Day in case the stylist is having an issue with the mom that. There you go, Dee. I was thinking. In case she has mommy issues. I went in and got my hair cut last week. Chopped off 5 inches. Feels so different now. Wow. Yeah, I've always had long hair. I'm afraid to have short hair. I'm afraid to have short hair. Somebody will call me a boy again with a microphone in his hand in front of everybody. Yeah. It's a good feeling to have some cut off. Yeah, that's not a whole lot. It's a little bit. I guess an inch is pretty much. Wise woman, yeah. No mommy issues. Yeah, get away from me with that scissors. Yeah. So someday I do want to go and sit in the chair and let somebody cut my hair, maybe once before I die. But it's not ever happened. But I got very good at cutting hair. Because since 6th grade, I've been cutting my own hair, and then I cut my friend Sean. Was cutting her hair and my hair, and then we got boyfriends, and we were cutting. I was cutting their hair, and anyway, I just cut everybody's hair. So yeah, I've never bet ever walked in and had my hair cut. Yeah, mine's the same as when I was born. They in the hospital they brushed my hair and took a picture of me, and it's stayed the same ever since. That's how it is. Parted in the middle. Anyway, but you know what? I always wondered because I was so traumatized and I really probably blacked out. I really don't remember um, anything good about having short hair. But like now, um, I think it would be kind of good to have short hair because it would be easy to wash. I have to use a lot of shampoo. I got to shampoo it all twice, really good. Then I have to condition it twice, really good. And I got to brush it out while the conditioner is still in it because it's so long. It just anyway. Um, so I think having short hair would be so much easier. I think it'd feel good too, especially in the summer. My hair doesn't grow as fast as it used to, so don't. Yeah, you don't have to cut it very often. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I think it slows down as we get older. Mine seems like it never grows. But anyway, I we're gonna go over the 3 different stories of the Apostle Paul on the road to Damascus. In case anybody doesn't know, I asked another stylist about it. She told me it was her coworker. Oh, here, I didn't even see your comment. Huh? I'll never forget hearing about a stylist who accidentally stabbed her customer in the back of the neck with their shears. He was bleeding all over the floor, so they asked him to leave. Oh, wow. You sure it was an accident? Don't have to have it cut very often. Yeah, that is nice. That's one good thing. If your hair doesn't grow fast, you save on haircuts. I asked another stylist about it. She told me it was her coworker. Really? Yeah. Yeah. That's weird. Yeah, they probably should have filled out an incident report for sure, at the least, and give the guy maybe a washcloth to hold on the gaping wound. Put some pressure on it. Yep. Huh. Crazy world we live in, huh? Um, what else? Yeah. It was a beautiful day here in Minnesota. Grace would probably contest to that. She would probably agree. Confirm that. He left in an ambulance? Wow. Sounds like a lawsuit. I think once a woman is well seasoned older, she looks better with shorter hair than long hair. Yeah, yeah. I always wondered about it. You know what I would have to do though, D? I would have to take baby steps. I'd have to cut it a little bit at a time, like maybe a couple inches at a time. 'Cause I got pretty long hair, and I might be traumatized if it gets all cut at once. I may have those flashbacks like people in Vietnam did. Same thing. Yeah, that's crazy, Grace. I hope he got compensated and they paid his bills. Maybe gave him something for his wound. That's pretty careless and reckless. You know why? Because I told you I've cut hair my whole life, and hair cutting scissors they don't have points on it. They have I could go get my hair cutting scissors. They got little ball. They're real sharp, but at the very tips of it, they got little balls. Um, they're circles, so you don't snip somebody's skin. So she must have cut it in the lower on the blade because the very tips of the hair cutting scissors is rounded, so you don't poke nobody. I actually got my hair cutting scissors out of a hair cutting place. You can order for. You used to not be able to. You used to not be able, but which is weird. But now they let you order from beauty supply places and buy buy the good kind. The owner is Mexican. She had it decorated with Mexican decorations. I felt I took a mini vacation in Mexico. Oh, really? So it was very festive. It was a festive surrounding during your haircut. Did she have the Spanish music playing with the maracas and stuff? There you go. You got a haircut and a mini vacation. That sounds like a good day. That sounds nice. Um, right, well, I guess I'll move forward on this. Well, it sounds like a good day, D. I hope everyone had a good day. Yep, I did. I got a lot done. I accomplished a lot, and I always feel good about that if I get a lot done in one day. So I did. I'm making forward progress. Plus, I got a lot going on. I got my dad's party here coming up next month, and so I'm getting stuff ready for that, planning and getting things ready. Um, yeah, I just got a lot of projects, getting ready for winter, all that kind of stuff. Well, you don't give a message with massage with shears in your hand. She was a massage. Thought he was having a haircut. You had a massage too? No, she had pop music. Oh, wait. Uh-oh. It was almost no night. Now it's now we're good. I don't know what happened. I think I just touched it or something. I don't know. Anyway, yes, I am back. We're not gonna let that. We're not gonna let that discourage us. So yeah, what I was saying, I was reading her comment. Sounds like she was talking message, not massage. Mm. Sounds like she was talking and wasn't paying attention to the customer. Well, I hope that man got compensated for his injuries. All right, there we go. So yeah, we're gonna go over the 3 different accounts of Paul's conversion story. And if you've been here a while, like Grace and Dee, you've heard this more than once. If you're new here, you might have heard it somewhere else. But hold on a second. Off of there. But anyway, that's what we're gonna do. Unless you guys want to just do a little chat, and then I will put all this stuff on bookmarks. Let's take a vote. It is kind of late. Do you want to go through the Paul thing tonight? Or do you just want to chat and do it tomorrow night? Tomorrow's Friday. But I could do this tomorrow night. Let's take a vote. Grace and Dee, is it too late to start this? Because it is kind of a long study. What do you guys think? Wait till tomorrow? Because I got a lot of tabs up, but I can bookmark them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. I got 17 tabs up. So it's at least an hour to go through this, at least. So seeing that it is late. Oh, okay. Dee says she's rather wait until tomorrow. Okay, and you're open, do what's best for you. Okay, Grace. Thank you, ladies. I think for those who voted, I think thank you for anybody who voted during that last poll. All right, so we're gonna wait for tomorrow for this because it is late. I do understand that. Hey Dee, what time is it where you at? Is it 11 o'clock where you're at? It's actually midnight right now. Anywhere from Pinch over. I know Pinch is already on East Coast time. He's an hour ahead of us, and he's not even that far east from here. He's, I think, in Ohio. So anywhere from Ohio over, it's midnight. So, all right, we'll save this for tomorrow. I can definitely bookmark these. It just, I figured I'd still come on, though. I was just starting to do something else, and I noticed, well, actually, I noticed my monitor for my security camera went off. And that's when I went looking, because now I thought, okay, there's somebody's outside cutting all my cords. Or something's getting unplugged. It is later for other. Yep, it is. It's midnight actually, east of here. So anyway, we'll do that tomorrow. This is going to be the 3 stories. We'll do this tomorrow. The 3 different conflicting stories of Paul's conversion. We're going to do this tomorrow night. We're just going to have a little chat tonight. And I'll get back to what I was doing, and you get back to what you're doing. And oh, it's so nice earlier. It was raining, and gentle rain on my porch. It just tap 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 because I got a metal roof, and it just sounds so wonderful. But yeah, it stopped raining now. But yeah, it took over an hour to figure out what was wrong with my None of it made sense, but yeah, there was a box. Was one of the boxes was anyway. So yeah, we'll do that. But if you don't know about Paul's three different conversion stories, you're going to want to show up tomorrow, because Paul has not one, not two, but yes, three different conversion stories. Can you imagine that? Can you imagine somebody on YouTube coming on and they've got three completely different, what does it call it, testimonies? Do you imagine somebody coming on with three completely different testimonies on camera? That's what Paul did. Maybe not on camera, but in writing. They wrote down three different, conflicting, totally different stories of his conversion, which, your testimony really shouldn't sound like three different people's testimony. I mean, and you know what? He changed it depending on who the audience was, didn't he? So yeah, if you don't know about that, you're gonna want to show up tomorrow. Depending on who was asking, he had a story for that person. He had another story for that person, and then the third time it was for the court. And during the court, you gotta make it sound a little better. And also always remember this. Paul said two things. He said a lot of things, but remember two things that Paul said. Paul said, I always tell the truth. I never lie. And then another quote of Paul's is, okay, sometimes I lie, but it is for God and the kingdom. If I do lie, it's because I'm trying to help God. Wait a minute, you just said you don't lie. No, I don't, but sometimes I do. Some YouTuber changed their testimony too, depends on who's. You're right. Actually, you're right, Grace. That is true. And that's what Paul did. Depending on who was listening, he told a different story. If his buddies down at the bar, you're going to tell one story. If it's the people at work, you're going to tell another story. If it's the people, if you go brought to court and you're getting accused of something, you're going to make it sound really good and tell a third story. That's real life, man. And that's what Paul did. He told three different stories, depending on what situation he was in. And actually, Luke wrote two of this. Well, actually, Luke actually wrote all three, but one was rolling out of Paul's own mouth. So, well, actually, all three are Paul's testimony, because he's the one that told everybody the stories. I mean, he's the one who told the first story. Then he told his second story, and it was nothing like the first story. And then he told a third story, and that's like, whoa, you didn't say that. That's not what he said the first and the second time. So we're going to go through that tomorrow. Like I said, it's kind of I got 17 tabs up ready to go. I came across something else. Actually, I came across something else. I like that getting bonuses. I will stumble across something while I'm studying one thing. I'll stumble across something else, and just like amazing finds, and that's always fun. But hold on a second, I'm trying to change this. I'm just gonna change that real quick. I'm gonna change the title to my chat here. I removed that other one that says I wasn't coming on, so there you go. Open chat. And I changed that picture too. So we'll be doing this tomorrow night. Yeah. So you're lying then, or you're lying now? There's that's a lawyer question, but I was listening to somebody saying things that you never tell a cop. and if you get pulled over. So when the cop pulls you over and he says, "Do you know why I pulled you over?" I always say, "No, I don't." Don't say, "Well, because I was swerving or I was going too fast or my license might be expired or uh, whatever." No, I have no idea why he pulled me over. And when the cop asked, "Did you know how fast you were going?" Don't ever say no. No, I don't. Really? Well, you're going 90. I wasn't going that fast. Well, you just said you don't know how fast you're going, so I can say anything I want. Put anything I want in my report. So yeah, I was doing the speed limit. Anyway, trying to change my thumbnail on here before I forget. Anyway, anything else we want to talk about? Otherwise, I'm gonna wrap it up. I didn't want to not come on after my internet issue was resolved. There we go. I remember when the cop pulls you over, Kathy, you have the right to be frisked. Yes, I do. I have a right to be frisked. That's right. That's right. You better not violate my rights either. Now, if it's a female officer, I will waive my right to be frisked. I'm just kidding. That's Grace's joke, not mine. Oh, Grace. All right. I am just bookmarking my stuff. So anyway, what else? Beautiful day, internet problems. But weren't really internet problems. It was a plug issue. So anyway, I think I'll just wrap it up and get off of here. And it was nice to hear you ladies had a nice day. Yes, we have rights and we have to exercise our rights. You know what I mean? Just like when I went protesting, same thing. Exact same thing. Annie, who is there? Feels like Friday, but it doesn't feel like Friday. It doesn't feel like Thursday though. Not sure what it feels like. Not quite Friday, but it doesn't feel like Thursday. Maybe a Wednesday, more Wednesday-ish, I think. So anyway, yeah, it's a line from a comedian. For those that don't know, oh, it is. You have the right to be frisked. Yeah. Some comedians are funny, man. I always like comedy. I always like comedy. Yeah, I don't know what else. But I'll bookmark all this. We'll go over all this tomorrow. And I guess I'll wrap my stuff up here for tonight. Oh, you know what? I sent Grace a link, I think 2 nights ago. In fact, I'll show you real quick. So China, were they executing Christians or what? What was going on there? Anyway, they didn't allow Christianity. So now they're gonna what I guess they're doing. The government is doing. They're changing the Bible. They're gonna let them have the Bible, but they're gonna change it. And they're going. Okay, here they're rewriting the Bible so they can have it because they want the Bible bad. So what the Chinese government is going to do is the communist China is going to rewrite the Bible, make some changes and stuff, and then they can have it. So one of the things that they're going to change is a story in John of the woman caught in adultery, which, by the way, was added much later. John was already in the 2nd century. It was much later. That story was. Yeah, so Jesus is the enemy. Jesus is a bad guy in the Bible. So, yeah, they're rewriting the Bible to make Jesus a bad guy. So so for instance, in the book of John, the Gospel of John, where they've caught the woman in adultery, which would never ever happen like that. How they did it would never happen. But anyway, besides that, this time, instead of Jesus walking up and saying, "Anyone without sin cast the first stone," and they all dropped their stones and walked away. All right, now in the new version, Jesus says, "Anyone without sin cast the first stone," and so they all dropped their stones and walked away. And after everybody walked away, Jesus picked up those stones and stoned the woman to death. And he said, "I have sinned, so I am throwing the first stone." Isn't that what he said, Grace? Then he said, I have sinned, so I'm going to throw these stones. So Jesus ends up stoning the woman caught in adultery. Anyway, the Chinese Communist Party is rewriting the Bible, a part of a push to synthesize. Ooh. Not synchronize, guys. Synthesize or sinister religion. The Chinese Communist Party has embarked on a 10-year project to rewrite the Bible and other religious texts. So yeah, new version is called. Here's a new version of the Bible. Dun, 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 dun. Yeah, they made Jesus the stoner. Jesus was the one stoning the people, the girl. Got it. A Chinese language Bible translation was completed in 1992 with the assistance of the Lockman Foundation. What they used the CUV version. Anyway, yeah, so check that out. They are rewriting the and then they get to have it. Once they rewrite it and stuff, it's a 10-year. It's going to take 10 years. China, look at this is fairly new. July 27, 2023. China tries to rewrite the Bible, brainwash children. It was on CBN News. Yeah, so now Jesus is the bad guy. Rome. Anyway, so good night. I want to say good night to Grace and Dee. So you can look. As a matter of fact, I'm sure you can find videos on it. Bam! Look at all this. You can look at all the videos you want. China rewrite scripture. Chinese communist rewriting scripture. Yep, 10-year project to make Jesus sinisterize him. With an attempt to portray Jesus in a different light. A bad light. A dark light. Not a light at all. Anyway. So, don't worry, you guys. Equal opportunity. They're also rewriting the Quran. Look at. They're going to rewrite the Bible, the Quran, and any other religious text. So they're rewriting all of it. Okay, so then they're going to hand them out and say, "There you go. Now you get the Bible, you get the Quran, you get whatever you want." Isn't that nice? Anyway, no. Yep, they're planning to rewrite it. So there you go. I think they are probably wrapping it up because this was 2019. They started 2022, 23. So they're already halfway through rewriting it. But so far, they gave us some sneak peeks. Jesus is the bad guy. How do you like your Bible now? That's what they're going to say. They're going to hand it to you, and after you read it, they're going to say, "How do you like your Bible now?" Anyway. All right. Good night, everybody. Thanks for listening. I hope to see you tomorrow night. We'll do the Paul thing tomorrow night. And anyway, good night to Dee, Grace, anybody else that came in. Peace, love, and